Today, we're going to talk about body recomposition, which is the process of losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. This can be a difficult task, but it's very rewarding for those who are looking to get back in shape. If you're like me, you may have gone through the opposite of this, that is, losing muscle and gaining fat. But in this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips and tricks that'll help you get started on your recomposition journey. The first step in achieving body recomposition is to be in a caloric deficit. This means consuming fewer calories than your body needs to maintain its weight. The goal is to lose fat by reducing your caloric intake. This is the most effective way to do this. However, you don't want to reduce your caloric intake too much as it can make it more difficult to build muscle. Instead, you want to aim for a deficit of about 500 to 750 calories per day. Of course, this means you will need to track your calories. Now, I know this can be a daunting task for some. However, there are apps that you can use that make this process as painless as possible. I personally use Chronometer. It's free, it syncs with Apple Fit, and it allows me to scan the barcodes of the foods that I consume. While it is possible to achieve without tracking your calories, it often doesn't work for most, as it is very easy to consume all of your day's worth of calories in just one meal. In this case, you will need to be more conscious of what foods you are consuming throughout the day. The next step is to focus on strength training. Of course, this is essential for building muscle, but more importantly, building muscle requires progressive overload. This means increasing the weight that you use to lift over time. Your muscles need a reason to grow. If you're strength training even 4 to 6 times a week, but you're sticking to the same weight, sets, and reps, your muscles are only in the state of maintenance. Each set should be taken to or as close to failure as possible safely. It's also important to include compound exercises like squats, deadlifts, and presses, as these target multiple muscle groups at once. Aim for at least 3 to 4 strength training sessions per week, lasting at least 45 to 60 minutes. The longer your workout, the more calories you can burn in a single session. While strength training is important, it's also important to include cardio into your routine. Cardio not only burns calories, but has respiratory benefits as well. Cardio is a great way to help you maintain your caloric deficit and lose fat. But I cannot stress this enough, cardio requires consistency. For higher intensity cardio sessions, such as running and sprinting, aim for about 2 to 3 sessions per week, lasting for about 20 to 30 minutes. For lower intensity cardio, such as walking or light jogging, aim for at least 60 minutes, or at least 12 to 15,000 steps throughout your day. Remember, whichever you choose, you have to be consistent. You'd be surprised how easy it can be to stick to walking daily versus running or sprinting just a few times a week. So much so that most people actually prefer this method. Of course, there are other forms of cardio, but consistency is key. Jumping back on the topic of diet here, another key aspect of body recomposition is eating enough protein. Protein is essential for muscle growth and recovery. Most people do not achieve their recommended protein intake in their normal diet, especially when trying to maintain a caloric deficit. An easy way to increase your protein intake is to incorporate protein powder in your diet. It can be added to certain foods or more commonly consumed in the form of a beverage. An added benefit to protein is that it also helps to keep you feeling full, which can be very useful when trying to maintain a caloric deficit. Remember that protein powders can contain about 130 to 160 calories per scoop. Make sure that you account for this as well. Aim to consume 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight per day. Other good sources of protein include chicken, fish, dairy, and legumes. The final step is be consistent. I touched on this already in the cardio portion of the video, but remember that body recomposition is a long-term goal that takes effort and dedication. It's important to stick to your diet and exercise plan even when you're not seeing immediate results. Your body weight fluctuates daily, so the best way to track this is to take your average weight every week and compare those numbers week to week. Remember to stay focused on your goal and be patient. It may take several months for you to see significant change, but remember, with effort and perseverance, you will get there. So there you have it, folks. Those are 5 simple steps on how to achieve body recomposition. With these tips, you'll be well on your way to losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. If you wouldn't mind, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Good luck and happy training.